What's up, beautiful you? I am back with another video, y'all. This looks so close again. I don't know how come I keep doing this, but anywho, hopefully you guys are having a beautiful day. It's been raining, out here, and like off and on all day. It's only 3:15, but it's been happening like most of the day. Not too bad, blah blah blah, but hopefully you guys are dry and enjoying you, just having a really good day. Whatever your performance is for the day, whether you're at work or school or wherever it is that you're doing, just make it beautiful. Now, I have some shrimp fried rice, y'all, that I made, some snap peas, carrots, and there's plenty of shrimps in here. Seafood is my absolute favorite. I have to have it, okay? I gotta find everything to do with some seafood, all kinds of dishes, blah, 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 whatever. Anyway, I'm gonna say grace because I'm gonna be eating throughout this video. Thank you, Lord, for this food you prepared for me. I ask that you bless your name, and thank you for the nourishment of my body, Father. And Lord, for those that don't have anything to eat, I ask that you make a way. In your mighty name, Jesus. Amen. Okay, so today I want to talk about I've been listening to guys a lot, females too, talking about how guys are chasing them, or sometimes the women be the aggressor. And I can relate because I definitely have been in a lot of situations where I would always initiate maybe conversation if I was interested in somebody, or you know how you make eye contact, you flirting with your eyes, that kind of thing. So I've been on both ends. So let me get into the pros and the cons to the chase. Okay. So for the guys that are interested in somebody, they are really persistent. And I don't think there's anything wrong with being persistent or consistent. But you have to be careful, that you don't really overstep your bounds, because then that turns into something else. You know what I mean? So let me break that down a little bit. If a guy is interested in a female, he's going to flirt, he's going to call, he's going to text, he's going to want to have all communication with this female, whoever she may be. Now, the problem is you can't do it to the point where it's like a control factor. So, oh Lord, this dude is calling. I cannot answer his phone call right now. I'm going to have to decline him. Anywho, Jesus just threw me off. So, when people are doing the absolute most, it's like, okay, so that call knocked my video out. Anywho, when people are doing the absolute most, it can really wear on you. Okay? It's a turn off. And you should not have to assure people and then continuously reassure them of, whether it is that you like them or not. Whichever way it went, whichever way, that conversation went, it should be understood. People should be like, okay, I get it. You can't chase people and run them down to the point where they can't even function like they would normally. Like, people have a schedule. People have a routine that they have already had before this person came into the picture, okay? So this guy thinks that he's going to interrupt your regularly scheduled program, if you will, and take up all your time. It's like every second of the day he has to have some kind of communication with you, and it's annoying. It really is, and it's a turnoff. So then that goes into a control factor. Now, if you're talking to somebody and you're on the phone with them all day, every day, they want just all of your time. Don't want to share you with anybody else. Don't want you on the phone with anybody else. Don't want you to hang out with anybody else. That's a control factor. If you see those things in the beginning and you don't correct it right away, guess what? That's going to be happening throughout your whole relationship or friendship, whichever one it turns into be. And it's not a good thing. So you have to let a person know, listen, I was doing all of this before I met you. You know, we can have a conversation about it, but don't think for a minute that you're going to come in and change what I already have going on. Because at the end of the day, I'm actually including you, or I'm fitting you in. All that other stuff was already going on before you. Now, for the women, it's like I said, I've been on both ends of it. I've been chased, and I've been absolutely interested in somebody. But one thing I try not to do is go overboard. Okay, I will let somebody know that I'm interested in them, and then we'll see what happens from there. Now, if you get that stuff back, the attention and all of that stuff that comes with the attention, the affection, the communication, all of that kind of stuff, then perfect. But let me tell you what a friend of mine told me years ago. She said, you better like who likes you. And I'm like, girl, what are you talking about? You know, and everybody has a type, everybody has a preference or whatever. And, you know, I thought she was being funny or whatever at the time. But, you know, it took me a little bit of time to just really, really get every single thing that she said in that one little statement. Which is, when a person really likes you, he is going to go above and beyond, and he going to be, just every single thing. But then, you know, you don't want somebody that's going to go overboard again. Now, everybody has a preference. Everybody has a type, and sometimes it works for you. Sometimes it does not. I am somebody that will absolutely proceed in a situation. If I like you, if I'm really feeling you, I will absolutely do that. So I initiate a lot. I've done it for years. But I get what she's saying, because you can initiate something. So now at this point, do I become the chaser? You know, am I the one, the aggressor and the initiator? So do I become the chaser because I'm like going full force towards something that I want? But the difference is, it has to be mutual. If it is not mutual, it ain't never gonna work. Okay. So, you can't overstep your bounds. You have to be very, very careful. That is some very sensitive territory. So just make sure it's mutual. So the chase, it can be a turn on because of all the attention, or it can be a turn off because of too much attention. I don't need that much attention. I don't require that much attention. And all of this stuff should be natural. It should never be forced, y'all. It shouldn't be forced. So I asked somebody one time, I'm like, why are you going so hard? Why are you driving so hard? It's like, are you insecure, or what's the issue? What's the problem? And this dude told me that he was cheated on before, and he didn't appreciate it, blah blah blah. And of course he was hurt, he felt some kind of way, and I get all of that. But you can't do that to the next person, because you were on her heels or whatever it was she did. Okay, that was that situation. But you can't judge the next person on your prior situation or your prior relationship. It's not going to go well, And then if this person, really likes you, or, is intending on being with you, in a relationship with you, and even further, don't push that person away because you are loving a little too hard, or you are over the top interested. Don't push people away. So let me talk about the people with preferences, okay? You can have a preference, you can have a type, but at the same time, you may be pushing away people that going to be absolutely good to you. They are going to adore you. They are going to just be so in love with you that it's nothing you can do wrong in their eyes. and they are always going to be there for you. They're going to support you, that kind of thing. But see, when we push people away, we don't know what could have been. And you don't want to get a year or two down the line with somebody that is absolutely not giving you what it is that you think you need or deserve. Because as women, we know who we are, we know what we want, and we know what we're going to tolerate and what we absolutely are not. So don't go into a situation with something to somebody because that's who you wanted. You got to know if he wanted you too. Okay? Or vice versa. It's the same thing for both men and women. Anywho, so I'm just saying the chase. I don't know if I like that word because the chase becomes like a little too much. You know, it's very dramatic. So if you interested in somebody or somebody shows interest in you, it may not even be what you used to. But don't shut that person down because you don't know where that's going to go. And, you know, as before, you don't want to wonder years down the line, be like, dang, did I make a mistake? Or, dang, I should have talked to the other guy. I should have gave him a chance. Or I should have gave her a chance because this ain't working out. So just because you are used to a certain type, okay, that doesn't mean that type is for you. And if you're that interested in a particular type, then how many other people interested in that type? I used to shoot a particular person down all the time, or not person, people down all the time because they weren't what I liked. You got to get out of that. Seriously. Because you going to come across some people that's going to blow your mind. And you be like, oh my gosh, well, I'm surprised because this is not usually what I like. But the other ones you're going to be talking bad about. Because you ain't going to appreciate it. So anyway, the chase. The persistence. Consistency. Just think about all of those kind of things. We all have been in situations, honey, like, you know, oh my gosh, whatever. Or you're going to be super excited all the time. You want to have good conversations and stuff with people. You want to be excited about when you're going to see somebody, you know you're going to meet up with this person or hook up with this person, go out or whatever. And, I mean, just even when he calls or she calls, I'm talking about you just light up. You never know who that person's going to be. You never know what type that person's going to be, but it'll come to you. When you see it, just entertain it a little bit. Just a little bit. I mean, you can decipher at the end of the day if that's what you want to do or not, but just entertain it. You would be surprised to be like, oh my gosh. Just like they say, opposites attract. It's true. Similars attract too. But it's up to you to know which way you gonna go. Anywho, I'm rambling, y'all. I am rambling. But y'all get the gist. I think y'all understand what I'm saying. I ain't the only one been through it. Y'all not the only ones been through it. A lot of people been through it. But you have to be able to articulate what it is that you're feeling. There's nothing wrong with that. You either appreciate the chase or you don't. You appreciate the persistence or you don't. You appreciate the consistency or you don't. You appreciate the non-consistency or you don't. Everything non, if you never say anything about it, the other person is not going to correct it. That's all I'm saying. But at the end of the day, whether they correct it or not, change your own behavior. If somebody is doing way too much and you don't appreciate it, check your own behavior. I'm just saying. Somebody doing every single thing you don't appreciate, and you've had a conversation with them and they haven't changed it, then just change you and your behavior. That's all I'm saying. It's a remedy for every single thing, y'all. Every single thing. But are you willing to do it? And that's what I really want to talk about and tell y'all. So I think I'm going to... Too many interruptions, y'all. So I'm going to end this video and say goodbye for now, beautiful you. But If you have enjoyed any of this, make sure you hit that blue button, y'all. Like, share, comment, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so that you are privy to every single video that I upload. Until next time, beautiful you.